Yes, Casanovians. Right, I'm gonna hit you with a Casanovian quickie because I'm about to go smash a day of coaching with my guy in London. But I just wanted to make this live stream as a continuation of yesterday's live stream because I actually thought, amongst the carnage and the chaos of the content yesterday, that live stream from yesterday was actually super valuable because I think it truly demonstrates what I've been speaking to you boys about, that it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if it's daytime, nighttime, evening time. It's all about dominating the environment through pumping your state and having as much fun as possible, right? Like that was like a 7 minute live demonstration of how to dominate an environment, not in a domineering way. Like, oh, well, I guess it kind of is in a way, actually. It's like, this venue is ours. Do you know what I mean? Like, this venue's ours. We're going to have as much fun as possible. You're either going to be involved in the fun or you're not. Like, there was that group of guys who were sat next to our table yesterday, and like before we'd even engaged with them, they were just sat around in this very antisocial formation. Like, they weren't really speaking to each other. Like, what are you going out for? You know what I mean? Like, what are you going out for at night if you're not even speaking, you're not even socializing with your own friends, right? So I infiltrated their group. I was trying to, bring the fun. They weren't having any of it. But it was just funny, right? Like, that didn't impinge negatively on my emotional state because I already had that social safety net, of the people that I was with. We were just bringing the fun. We were just lifting each other up, right? A rising tide lifts all the boats, and this is the epitome of what I'm trying to express to you. And I think it was immortalized in a chaotic piece of content yesterday. Yeah, it's easy for me to come onto a live stream and be like, yeah, when you go out at night, the only focus is have as much fun as possible. Like, that's it. Just have as much fun as possible. It's easy for me to say that to you, but evidence has got the loudest voice. So yeah, that live stream that we concocted yesterday was just very spur of the moment. I was like, fuck, I've got 30 minutes left of the day. I need to keep the live streams going. And then we just, whipped the phone out, and then there was those two ladies behind us, and I just handed her the phone. Dude, I was I was absolutely wankered last night. I'm actually feeling pretty fresh today though, which is quite nice. But yeah, we handed them the phone. She thought I wanted her to like take a photo of us, and then she spills the wine everywhere. The group of guys get up and leave. It's just like a skit from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's just like absolute carnage, and we're just laughing our way through it, right? And I would say to anybody, like when people are always speaking about terminology like frame control, right? Spend an evening with me in a London pub, and I will teach you everything you ever need to know about social skills, right? You can learn everything you could ever possibly need about social skills, about intersexual dynamics, about making connections with people, about truly not giving a flying fuck about how you're being received. Because I think that is the essence, right? My mantra is freedom from bullshit. And yeah, of course, we all get into, let's call it game, because we want to have beautiful interactions with the feminine. But I think on a deeper level, it is a crucifixion of a self that we no longer wish to embody. Yeah, I think that's what a game has got multiple definitions for me. It's learning how to get what you want. It's a vehicle to deliver your value to the world. But really, it's this freedom from bullshit energy. It's this crucifixion of a self which you no longer wish to embody. And it's the investment into an identity of that person who you want to embody. So in a really practical sense, learning all of this stuff, like everything that I'm teaching you, like the cold approach to social freedom, how to express yourself unapologetically in this world, it's all focused on the crucifixion of your current self. Does that make sense? Because the person that you are right now probably isn't the person that you want to be. So to get to that next level, to transcend, we need to crucify our current self. And for me, we do that through exposure therapy, yeah? Doing what terrifies us on a daily basis, putting ourselves in uncomfortable social environment, which forge a new identity through the fires of adversity, and just something as basic as going to a pub in London, yeah, with a good group of people around you, and being like just living for that audience of one. Yeah, like we're in this our own ecosystem where we're just enjoying ourselves, yeah. And I don't know, I feel as though that video yesterday, even though it was created very spur of the moment, excuse me, very chaotically, I do think it encapsulates what I'm trying to get across, especially in these live streams, how the emphasis needs to always, let's just have as much fun as possible, right? The achievement is in the attempt, the pleasure is in the pursuit, and the success is in the showing up. One of our Casanovians that yesterday commented, he left a really great post. But essentially the mantra from that post was never be at home, right? It's just a simple, it's hyperbolic in its essence, because obviously we need to be at home like sometimes to sleep, etc. But I think this is a mindset that I want you to run with this week, right? The more time that you spend at home in your small echo chamber where you're just spending time on your own, you've got no chance of meeting people, right? It's like trying to catch fish but staying in your house. So unless you live on a pond, you've got no chance, right? You need to actually go to the pond, to the reservoir, wherever you're going to catch your fish. Like you actually need to position yourself in the environment where things can actually happen, right? That might just mean going to a bar on your own and just putting yourself in an extroverted environment, and then you're able to soak up the energy through osmosis. Like, you're not going to learn this stuff by watching videos or consuming content, right? You're just not. Like, you need to learn through the library of life. And I hope that, especially like the live streams where I'm actually like just out with my fucking friends and we're just doing life, I hope that they can function as this vicarious learning experience where it's like, oh, I understand what Kristian's saying now. I just need to try and force myself to have fun. Yeah, smile. Just talk to everybody. Yeah, like it's all in your head as well. You can't keep feeding yourself the same bullshit like, oh, I'm always in a bad mood, or I'm scared to talk to people, or I'm an introvert. Like these are simply excuses that you are feeding yourself because it's an ego thing, right? It's this self-preservation mechanism. The crucifixion of your current self is necessary in order to transcend the person that you want to be. Yeah, like when I was 13 years old, I considered myself an introvert. Yeah, I used to break out into those sweating fits at school. I used to run away when my family came around to visit. So I knew very early that I needed to crucify that version of me. So I did that through practicing magic. So I practiced magic for a decade of my life, performing magic around the Lake District, around big cities like Liverpool. And step by step, I was investing into the identity of the person that I wanted to embody. And now when you see me doing the approach on YouTube, doing the social freedom stuff, like going into restaurants, being like, hi, I've got 20p, like this is the essence of it. And the thing that I wanted to really express in this live stream is the bollocks, the complete bollocks, which is fed into the minds of young men these days when it comes to being a high value man. Like, bro, I don't know about you, but that title just makes me cringe. Like whenever someone comments that on my video, like this guy, he watched that video that myself and George made. You know, the video where we're basically going out to get rejected. And he said, this is not what a high value man would do. Dude, I'm like, fucking face palm. Like, what do you mean? This is not what a high value, like, and this is where young men are being brainwashed by the brain dead, right? They think that the epitome of this high value man is being this stoic alpha who sits with like, or stands with the imaginary lats, yeah, got a barrel between his legs, like posturing and try to like out alpha everybody in the room, is just focused on, making money, acquiring the materialistic trophies. I'm not saying don't do those things, but for me, I don't like, just forget about all this terminology like high value man. It's cringy as shit. But true value comes in your character. It's who you are rather than what you have. Yeah, it's about the character that you build by doing difficult things and understanding that female attraction triggers. Men become aroused through their eyes, women become aroused through their ears. So it's a different set of attraction triggers. And I do think that young men are being brainwashed by the brain dead into focusing on the wrong things. You still need to know how to talk to people. Yeah, you still need to know how to deliver your value to the world. It's no good having money. It's no good having a good body. It's no good having a glittering career if you don't know how to deliver that to the world through authentic face-to-face communication, but also being completely at ease with things not going your way. I think that's the I think that's the poison which is attached to this high value man paradigm. It's like the higher you climb, the further you fall. Yeah, when I was 18 years old and I looked like a turnip, I was just in that, that ugly duckling phase. I was attracting girls who on paper I should never have got because I was playing the game to win rather than playing not to lose. Right? I didn't have anything to lose. And that's why when I work with clients who would consider themselves high value men, they're making great money, they've got the glittering career, they might have a fancy car. For those guys, playing the game can feel more difficult because it's like, oh shit, I actually have to risk not being good at this. Yeah, and that self-preservation can kick in. But yeah, really what I'm speaking to here, or who I'm speaking to, is just the young guys, like if you're, let's say, 25 or below, the greatest investment you can make into yourself is your social skills, right? Just go out, meet people, strike up conversations, get resilient to rejections, right? Just make peace with it. Throw me in hell, I'll find a way to enjoy it. That the sooner you can steady yourself against undesirable outcomes, the more equipped you're going to be able to deal with all this stuff in later life. Like, you don't want to be like the 37-year-old guy who has fed on to all of this high value man advice. Yeah, he's got to 37 years old, he's got his penthouse, he's got his six figures, he's got his 10 out of 10 body, but he still doesn't know how to communicate with women. He's never had his heart broken. Like, that's the best thing that can happen to young men, is having your heart broken into a million pieces. It's a rite of passage. It gives you the emotional resilience for later life. You know how to navigate relationships. You've got experiences with the feminine. So I want you to just experience life, right? Just experience life in its uncontrollable, jubilant ecstasy. Yeah, like it's chaotic in its essence, right? But I just want you to go out and I just want you to enjoy yourself, right? I want you to fuck up. I want you to give yourself permission to suck at things. Whenever you start anything new, you have to risk not being able to do it. And the more comfortable you become in the chaos, the more comfortable you become when things don't go your way, or you have the emotional resilience which you've developed by doing difficult things. Like, if you're doing cold approach and you're below the age of 25, then bro, you're setting yourself up for your future. Yeah, if you're doing cold approach right now, like I've got a guy in my entourage, he's 20 years old and he's already going on multiple dates a week at 20 years old. 20 years old, bro. That's mad. 20 years old, and he's already stacking his social skills, his seduction skills, like, let's say a high leverage skill like sales. That's what seduction is, right? Seduction is sales. You're learning how to influence. You're learning that all we really are is animals responding to incentives, right? That's what human beings are. We're animals responding to incentives. Everyone just wants the best deal for themselves. The world is motivated by self-interest. And I think understanding people, like understanding what motivates people, understanding how to give people what they want, give people what they need, communicate to people's essence. This is what young men need to be focusing on. It's not becoming a high value man, like build it and they will come, right? This like fallacy which is being fed to guys, like young guys, like, oh, build it and women will be throwing themselves at you, right? When you get to 35 or when you get to 30, then you can focus on women. All this ignore women for years bullshit. Like, it's poison spewed from the mouths of scared, insecure men who themselves are terrified of being hurt. And I get that, right? Like, we've all been hurt in our lives. Yeah, it's most likely why you're watching this content, because you've been hurt. You don't want that to happen again. So you start to solidify and steel yourself because you start to see women as a threat to your identity, and it becomes competitive rather than collaborative. Just breaking back the layers of bullshit, bro. you know, we're all human. We all want to connect. We all want to experience love from the feminine. We all battle with that perceived lack of self-worth. We all have those moments where we doubt ourselves, and that's absolutely fine. We're not robots. We're not machines. We're just human beings doing the best with the information that we currently have. So yeah, I just want you to use this live stream, and especially yesterday's, like, it wasn't intended as just entertainment. It was education as well, edutainment, because I just wanted to document and not create. You know, I just wanted to put the microscope and immortalize that part, like just that patch of life. I wanted to immortalize it into a piece of content. Be like, yeah, this is what I mean. You know, go out, seduce the world, enjoy yourself, be surrounded by great people. Don't take yourself too seriously. Treat the world like your playground, and don't die with your music still inside of you. Yeah. So whoever you are, and whenever you're listening to this, I fucking love you. I fucking love you. And I appreciate you for continuing to tune in to these esoteric Casanovian expostulations. And I truly hope that you get a lot of value out of them. And yeah, let's just have the greatest Renaissance week this week. Yeah, let's go out, play to win rather than play not to lose. And yeah, let's just smash out the fucking park, man. Anyway, I'm gonna go coach my guy. Love yous all, and I'll speak with you tomorrow. Mwah.